episode 3594, How to Rest and Party.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. Are you counting down? Oh, yes. Thanksgiving is around the corner. You know what? It's tomorrow. Yes, happy Thanksgiving. Actually, you may be listening to this after Thanksgiving. So wherever you are, just know that I'm thinking and praying for you. I am full of gratitude for you showing up, for you taking care of yourself. It is Wellness Wednesday, so how to rest and party. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already even had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the K.I.S.S newsletter. The Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, inspiring connection and community. We'll take a deep breath because I don't know about you, but this is when everything happens. The hustle and bustle steps up. You got the tantalizing taste buds because you want to eat all the delicacies that there is around, the smells, just everything. And it not only just kind of seeps into your mouth and your nose, right? Because you're smelling it and then you can taste it. But then there's also the sounds, right? Your ears become a part of it. Then your eyes. And the holidays are really about all the five senses. And we tend to forget how important it is to live out our life with all five senses. Now, unfortunately, there are those who are not blessed with that. Maybe they are blind, or they're hard of hearing, or they're deaf. All the different things that come with life. But then if one is missing or two is missing, then the others are heightened. They're made even more alive. And I think about our health in that manner. You are only going to feel as alive as you are if you take care of yourself. And I got to tell you right now, I've been doing a bad job of it for me. But we'll leave that story here for a few minutes to come. But healthy living, right? It doesn't have to stop because there's a holiday. I think we kind of put holiday in its own bucket, in its own compartment, saying, gosh, if I can just kind of live and have everything I want to do over here, but then the rest of the time, I'm going to do this. Some would say, well, that's living the 80-20% rule, right? So 80% of the time, you're doing exactly what you need to do, but 20% of the time, you're going to give it up. But see, here's the kicker. That 20% of the time is coming on the end, or really the beginning, the end of fall, beginning of winter, which means what? We move less. We're not as motivated to get outside because it's cooler temperatures. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're now little bears. And then it's easier to put on weight. It's easier to get lazy. It's easier to say, oh, it's not that big of a deal. I'll take care of it on Monday. And Monday becomes 2 weeks from Monday, and then the next 2 weeks, and the next 2 weeks. And the next thing you know, it's a spring, and you're like, oh, bikini weather, I've got to get into shape. Ever been down that road? If you're a woman, you definitely have been. Men, yeah, you kind of come and go. But you know what? Honestly, you got to work at it, yes. But us women, especially after having children, we got it rough. So what if you were to live well by knowing how to rest and party? Making room for memories to last a lifetime, balancing that health and celebration during the holidays. How would that change your life? How would that change the way you wake up in the morning knowing that I'm going to be cooking all of these things? I'm going to have pumpkin pie and apple pie, maybe banana cream pie. My sister loves banana cream pie. I know people are like, well, that's not like a typical holiday thing. That's more of a summery thing. Yeah, it is. But if you like it, that's when you bring it out. The holiday season brings with it this collection of delectable temptations that can often lead us astray from our wellness goals. We want to have it because we can. We think because the word holiday is attached to it, it gives us permission to say, yep, I'm all in. Maybe you're celebrating a birthday. We have a lot of fall birthdays in our family. We're celebrating our daughters this weekend. Happy birthday, sweetheart. I love you to the moon and back always. You're the first one who made me mama number one. Yeah, she was my firstborn. Amazing that we're even to the point, I'm like, there's no way she can be that age. I'm too young, right? No, I'm not. We all get older as every click of the clock goes by. But one thing we have to understand is we've got to strike that balance between rest and partying in the manner where we can thrive during a festive period, whether it's birthdays, holidays, whether it's things that happen at work, weddings, a new birth in the family. And even, yes, unfortunately, I hate to mention this, but yes, even a funeral. Because a funeral can be a celebration of life. When my father passed away, it was exactly that. We celebrated his life, not his death. And so I don't know where you are in this season of life. I know God knows where you are. And so I want you to think about, what if you could beat the food to its gut punch, to the point where you're like, no, I got this. I'm going to establish a sustainable holiday routine. That is your KISS to Keep It Simple strategy. Do you think that would change your life if you could establish a sustainable holiday routine that would make it to where you're not dreading 3 days after, I can't believe I ate the whole thing? We've all been down that road. I know I have been. And already I'm looking at, we're not even to Christmas yet, right? I'm already looking at my calendar. I'm booking things out for February, March, April, May, and June. And I'm like, this is absolutely craziness. And then I'm thinking, if I really want to do all of that, I need to be my best. And that means has nothing to do with the number on the scale or the size that I'm wearing on the hanger. It has everything to do with how I am feeling. Am I getting the rest that I need? Am I getting the nutrition that my body can accept? Not based on everybody else's life and their lifestyle and what works for them, my body. At some point, I have to say, this is what I need. And not feel guilty by saying no at times, and not feel guilty saying yes at other times. So no matter how crazy the temptations get, you can savor the joys of Thanksgiving, of any holiday season, while you stay true to your health commitments. You don't have to say, oh, you know what? It's an 80-20 rule. I'm okay with it. Maybe not, because if all the 20 comes in at one time, yeah, probably not really good for your body. Then you're going to be walking around like an Oompa Loompa. Who wants to be an Oompa Loompa over the holidays? I don't think so. Think about how you want to feel. Indulge in where your 5 senses want to be heightened. Where do you want that? Allow yourself to walk in to the home. I mean, when I was growing up, we would drive all the way because we always lived away from family. And so our holidays or our vacations were not typical vacations for most families. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, but we were more than loved and we were more than provided for. But we didn't go and save up thousands of dollars to go to Disneyland or Disney World. We didn't save up to go overseas. We did that when we got older. My parents moved over to Belgium, and we all had the opportunity to go and stay with them for a while. It was fabulous. So we experienced it in a different way, just not by visiting, but by living. And I think that's what we forget to do, that during the holiday season and every day thereafter, it's about living. It's not about putting yourself in a compartment, a bento box. It says, you have to stay here. You can't move from this little compartment. This is where the sushi sits. This is where your tempura, sits, whether it's a vegetable tempura or a shrimp tempura. Oh, here's your little rice. And it's got to be sticky because otherwise it's going to be all over the place. You can establish a sustainable holiday routine and really allow yourself to be overcome in all your 5 senses. It's back to when I was growing up. We'd walk in to my grandma's house, and my mom has 2 brothers. And so their family would come over, and it was just a celebration of cousins and aunts and uncles and just a family getting together. And we would all stay under one roof, a 3-bedroom house with 2 baths. There was a total of, hold on, I got to do the count, 9 kids. We had 8 adults. And then we also had more people that would come over. And so when we had the feast of the festivities, it was like adding another 20 or more people. That house was packed. but it had nothing to do with the food. It had everything to do with the heart. It was all about love. You walked in, you saw love, you smelled love, you heard love. And I think if we begin to shift how we see our holidays, how we allow our bodies to experience it, our minds to feel it, our spirit to engage with it, it totally changes everything. So I want to talk about 3 different ways that you can do, and something you can do to establish a sustainable holiday routine. Number 1, prioritize self-care. So good. You need to do that. And by the way, I have failed. You know why I failed? Do you remember? Did you listen to yesterday's episode? Oh, go back. Jump before you fall. And I did. I jumped. I had the carpet people here all day yesterday. Literally, it was an 8 to 6 o'clock endeavor. I had, at majority of the time, I had 8 people here. At times, I had 10. It was crazy chaos, awesome chaos. But now all of our flooring has been replaced in our home. And the night before, my son and I were getting some things ready. We stayed up until 1 o'clock in the morning. I didn't sleep well. I didn't go to bed till after 2. I tossed and turned. Was waking up about every 45 minutes. Do you think I was really prioritizing self-care? No, I wasn't. I didn't. I'm going to now. We're past that moment of time. And so you may have those moments in your life, but don't make it a season. Make them moments. And then immediately get back on the train of saying, I got to take care of myself. So, yep, you better believe it. Last night, I went to bed at a reasonable hour. I made sure to drink and hydrate. Even though I didn't eat anything during the entire day, I made sure I hydrated myself the whole day. Because if we're walking around dehydrated, no one's going to fare well. Your body isn't going to be able to accept the nutrients that you give it, good or bad, right? So amidst the hustle and bustle of the holidays, remember to make time for yourself. Maybe you've got to practice mindfulness. Maybe you've got to have some praise and worship time. Maybe you need to get out and go for a crisp, cool, leisurely walk in nature. I love this time. The leaves are falling everywhere. I don't like it in my pool, but I love it on the ground. And I love to scoop them up, and I love to go allowing myself to kick the leaves up with my own feet. I don't know what it is. It's just freeing. I love that. What do you love? Go do that. Maybe you need to sit in a relaxing bubble bath. When was the last time you had a bubble bath? You know, you could make your own bubbles. They're pretty cheap. You could put some Epsom salt in there and it'll do your mind, body, and spirit so good. Self-care, my friend, is a non-negotiable. Take care of yourself so you can care for others more. Number 2, stay active. Incorporating physical activity into your holiday routine is crucial for both physical and mental well-being. Let me tell you, I worked on mine. I had to go up and down the stairs. I kid you not. I probably walked those stairs over 200 times. We have 2 sets of them. I was all over the place. I had to prepare. Was it 6 or 7 rooms? A lot of rooms, let's just say. A lot of rooms. We had a lot of heavy stuff. Plus, the rest of the house is being renovated. So literally every room in my house right now is tore up. It is. I don't have any counter space in my kitchen, and I'm supposed to be cooking a turkey. Go figure. Somehow we'll get through it, right? But remember, it's not about all the stuff that you do. It's about being together, communing together, being active together. So maybe you go for a jog in the morning. Take that brisk walk after dinner. Maybe turn on some great Christmas music and have a dance party. If you've got grandbabies or little cousins running around, or you're a mom of some young ones yourself, turn up the beats and have fun together. Find ways to keep moving. Dance with your puppy dogs. Hold your cats and dance too. Some cats dance also. Movement is medicine for the body, mind, and spirit. But you've got to be willing to do it. It doesn't happen on its own. And finally, number 3, mind your indulgence. Enjoying the flavors of the season doesn't have to derail your healthy habits. It doesn't. Actually, it can enhance them. So practice mindful eating by savoring each bite, listening to your body's hunger cues. Don't eat just to eat. And if you're sitting here thinking, oh, but I gotta have my grandma's wonderful spicy apples. Man, my great grandma made the best spiced apples ever. They were delicious. She also made the best deviled eggs ever. They were extraordinary. You couldn't get enough of them. Those would be one of the two things that would go the fastest next to the turkey and the ham. So if you have some favorites, make room for those. Don't sit there and fill up on other stuff that you really don't want to. If you're not a stuffing person, then don't eat the stuffing. No one should feel guilty about you not eating the stuffing. It's all right. But say yes to the spiced apples or an extra deviled egg, whatever it is for you. Savor the special treats in moderation, knowing that balance is the key to long-term wellness. You want to be here longer than just tomorrow, right? I'm assuming the answer to that is yes. I mean, I think we all do. So establish a quality of life. Take care of who you are becoming. Don't sit there and abuse your body just because you can put in whatever you want, just because you can take $1 and go buy it. Be smart. And as you navigate the holiday season, remember that taking care of yourself is a gift that keeps on giving. Look in the mirror and say, you deserve this. You deserve this, sweet sister. I'm going to take care of you because you've got so many people to take care of. Embrace the joy of rest and partying in harmony, creating these unforgettable memories that nourish both the mind, body, and spirit. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed, happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.